What is up, YouTube, and welcome to this Marvel Legacy #1 review. So, Marvel has been in somewhat of a funk lately. They have decided to get every single one, or a good lot, of their major characters, and they've changed them. So, the official mantle of Wolverine is a female girl. We have Thor as a female Jane Foster who is dying of cancer. We have got Miss Marvel as a Muslim teenager. We have also got most of the original X-Men as teenagers. I still don't get that. We have got, Iron Man, or Iron Heart, is actually a teenage girl. We've got the Runaways coming back, which I never cared for the original Runaways. I didn't really like it. We've got, Hulk is an Asian scientist. Yes, okay. So Marvel have decided over the years that they wanted to have more representation. Now, granted, I do actually like the Jane Foster version of Thor. Actually, the comic's actually pretty decent. The Iron Heart comic, I don't care for whatsoever. Miss Marvel, I actually really like Kamala Khan. She's a great character. All New Wolverine, yes, I did like All New Wolverine. I think that the book is actually pretty decent. So, what is going on? They've kind of realised. I think Marvel have realised what they have done wrong. They have decided to completely change absolutely everything, whereas DC went with New 52, which sort of reset everything, but you had the original character. I mean, could you imagine someone as iconic as Batman being played by someone else? Granted, yes, we did have the battle for the cowl. Yes, I do agree with that. But for a prolonged number of issues, really kind of indefinitely, it's not going to happen. Someone like Superman changed as well. Yes, the Flash changed to Wally West, but that's pretty good. So Marvel have changed this, and they haven't changed this. No. What I was expecting with Marvel Legacy after Secret Empire was that what we were going to get was Kobik to change absolutely everything, and everything be back to the original Marvel timeline, or not even the original timeline, but maybe we say some sort of New 52 for this. But no, they seem to be committed, for whatever reason, to be having all of these characters have different people. However, with Marvel Generations, we saw these link up. We saw the original Hulk with Amadeus Cho. But Marvel Legacy is giving us a lot of people coming back. So the hook of this is the fact that the Marvel Universe is back. The optimism, the kind of the original hope behind it is back. We're going to get less political grandstanding like we did with Secret Empire, like we did with Civil War 2. We're not going to have I hate to say this, the SJW-ness of Marvel. And, I don't particularly hate that. I do, if it's done well, like Kamala Khan. What they're doing here is they are bringing all this back. So this starts off with the original Avengers. I think it's like 10 million BC or something like that. We get the original version of like Thor, which should be Odin. We get the original version of Starbrand, Ghost Rider, the Sorcerer Supreme, and everything like that. So there is all of that going on, and this opens with Robbie Reyes, the Ghost Rider who was also recently in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and it opens with him and one of the descendants of Starbrand, Ghost Rider, and all of that, Loki. They're all kind of converging on this Celestial, who, we know that the Celestials are a huge part of the Marvel Universe. They have interfered with human history, and they are seemingly bringing back the first host. They're bringing back a new host to come to Earth, and it does seem like they we might get the origin of the Guardians of the Galaxy's homeworld Nowhere. So we may get to learn how that Celestial actually came to be decapitated properly. And we might learn more about the Celestials. And we might see some kind of epic war against the Celestials, which a hell of a lot of these kind of big world reality madness actually happen in Ultimates 2. And kind of sort of went unnoticed. I mean, we had the original Ultimate, well, I'd say the original, but we saw the Ultimate, so from the original Ultimates book, we saw those return and the Hulk get wiped the fuck out. So that is basically the hook of this, and we see, and it's very much Marvel's version of DC Rebirth #1, where we link up with all the different parts of the Marvel universe. The big thing here is the fact that the original Wolverine is back. So we've got Logan, who has bust out of his tomb. The teenager version of Jean Grey has actually found this. She's found his tomb. We know that he has now got the Mind Stone in his possession. What he's going to do with that, we don't know. But the Loki did actually want to get this back. He wanted to get that for himself, but he was unable to. And it looks like we might see Wolverine and Loki get on some kind of battle there. Gamora is also looking for this as well. So that is one of the big things there moving forward. That will kind of change up the kind of dynamic for this as well. So that's pretty cool there, isn't it? So we also have got the return of the Fantastic Four, sort of. But this book does check in with everyone in the Marvel Universe. We know that, well, S.H.I.E.L.D. is on its way out. It is their last day. They've been disbanded, possibly because, the whole Hydra thing. Yeah, they can't be trusted. And Deadpool is still on the run, despite he was just following orders as well. So, as well as this, we have got we've got the new Captain America and the new Jane Foster smooching with Riri Williams sitting there, Ironheart. And yeah, that bit was cringe. That bit was absolutely freaking cringe. I was not a fan of that whatsoever. So it does seem like what they're doing is they are merging their original kind of characters with the new versions of that. So this is still messy. Reading the book it filled me with like some feels. I did catch some feels reading this book, but I'm not sure what they're doing. They haven't got rid of Ironheart. They haven't got rid of many of the other characters. We still have like Amadeus Cho and all this as well. So I'm not sure what the point of this actually is. I mean, obviously it's called Legacy, so this is their legacy and things like that. But it does open up things, and one of the big things here is we have the intergalactic Wakandan Empire. So Wakanda has an intergalactic empire, which, what? So it looks like a lot of things have actually changed. We had things change at the Avengers Mansion, which is where we saw Jarvis, and he looks out and we see that the iconic statue, has actually changed. So what is happening there? It looks like that has changed as well. Maybe the fact that the reality has changed and Logan has come back as well, like the fact that they thought that they were being followed, and yes they were, by Logan in a beer truck of all things. So there is that as well, and we see one of the greatest bits of writing in comics I've seen for quite some time. We see the very self-aware two members, the last surviving members sort of the Fantastic Four, as the thing actually says that, well, it doesn't matter if people don't care, as long as we care that we still exist, and remember that we still exist, which is referencing the Fantastic Four, how no one seems to, in Marvel, wants to have them back, as long as we, the fans, care that we want them back. And I do want them back, and we do actually see the daughters of Reed Richards and Sue Storm there in space, still exploring where we left them off at the end of Secret Wars. So they have gone off exploring the universe, which I was hoping that would lead to, something a bit more than it actually did all those years ago. But they are off, and we see a Celestial's hand. So I'm not sure if that was going to be the Milky Way that they were heading towards on those weird kind of bikes, or if they were actually heading towards the Celestial which is hinting towards that we will actually get a huge celestial war coming. And there might be another Infinity War as well, and this might lead into all of that. But having the Fantastic Four back is going to be amazing, and it will be in the Marvel 2-in-1 with Johnny and, of course, the Thing as well together. And they are going to come back. They totally are. This is hinting towards that we are getting the Fantastic Four returning, which was absolutely amazing, seeing that proper logo back in a Marvel comic. There are also huge questions in this issue, and it hints towards the possible coming another World War Hulk, as well as we see the Alpha Flight listening station, monitoring station. The guy who was on task for the night shift wanted to go and watch the WrestleMania rip-off show as well. We also get the Steve Rogers, our original, well, a version, the good version of Steve Rogers, the one who isn't Hydra. He is now on his way around the country to try and make amends, and that's pretty much what we've been told. We've been told that this Steve Rogers will be making amends for everything that happened in Secret Empire, and he'll be trying to gain the trust of the world back. We also got Norman Osborn, who wants to actually get magic from Doctor Strange. So there's a lot going on. All of these threads pretty much set up all of the new books moving forward. And we've got Falcon coming back, the book as well. So a lot of stuff in this book. So overall, the comic was very, very good. I highly recommend it. Go and read it if you like Marvel. If you've been disillusioned, check it out. You might like it, and I've got hope. I've got optimism. That's been me. I'll see you soon. Like and subscribe. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.